Joining us now, close friend, family member damn near, of Deion Sanders, former Dallas Cowboy, host of the Pacman Jones Show, friend of the program, ladies and gentlemen, Pacman.
Yeah, what's up with the gang? How y'all doing?
Good. We're excited. We're getting a chance to chat with you. There was a buzz in here getting a chance to catch up with Adam Pacman Jones. Con man almost shit his pants this morning, actually. Jacked up.
What's up with the guys, man?
Hey, we're having a good time. You look so cool. Congrats on a phenomenal season of the Pacman Jones Show. The clips are everywhere. Conversations going crazy. One of them was with Deion Sanders. And at that time, I think there was no consideration of him potentially going to the NFL. That was kind of the chat that you had with him in your very close relationship. Now, after Jerry calls him, tries to we assume persuade him into at least garnering a little bit of interest. He said publicly it was intriguing to Adam Schefter. Now we're hearing about the NIL thing in Colorado. We're hearing about the staff salary at Colorado. Where do you think we stand on that entire storyline? And what are you hearing from Prime and or Jerry down there in Dallas?
All right, first and foremost, the next Dallas Cowboys coach is going to be Kelly Moore. Everybody knows that. Okay. With the relationship that's over there. Deion is not leaving Colorado by no means necessary. Okay. Unless he was able to coach both his sons, which I don't think that's possible because sources says that Ben Johnson is going to be the Raiders coach.
Okay.
Like real good sources. Like I'm talking about like real good sources, as we shall say. I don't think Deion is going nowhere. I think it was good entertainment. But I don't think Deion is going to Jerry World.
Okay, so Pacman says, hey, and by the way, Pac's been around.
Yep.
Long time in the NFL, seemingly friends with everybody. I think that's a pretty accurate assessment on the Pacman Jones. So he says Deion staying at Colorado, Kellen Moore going to Dallas, Ben Johnson on good authority heading over to the Raiders, and Shadur probably going to be the quarterback there. AJ has a question for you, Pac.
What about Aaron Glenn, Pac? You got any inside information on where he might be going?
I don't. Aaron Glenn he's not in the circle that I'm in. So I had no sources on that one.
Okay, so let's get back to Prime. Let's talk about Prime a little bit because I know you are in that circle closely. When Jerry calls him, and I know you know Jerry as well, when Jerry calls him and says, like, hey, this is potentially an opportunity, and he called it intriguing, do you think there was a time where Deion sat down and was like, I have to weigh my options here? And then do you think he inevitably wanted to go back to Colorado because of what he built? Or do you think he was like, I got a thing going here in Colorado that I've committed to regardless of what Jerry's saying?
Nah, I'm quite sure he took the meeting. Everybody's going to take the meeting. But I think the big thing about this whole thing is him being able to coach the boys at the next level. If that's not a strong possibility, I think the NFL thing was already out of there.
Okay, Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Pac, always a pleasure. The glasses are sweet. Do you know like what Shadur's thoughts are with this draft upcoming? Does he have a preference on where he wants to go? Does it matter where he wants to go? And do the Giants cleats that he had in his bowl game locker room, is that kind of him pointing towards, hey, I want to go play with Malik Neighbors?
Shadur said he want to be the number one pick overall. That's where he want to go, number one. So whoever end up at that number one spot,
Tennessee.
Which you can see some teams trading around. I see the Raiders going up to get one because, like, you don't need no quarterback, Connor. Do y'all need a quarterback?
I don't know. We're four, though.
Yeah, so right now the lineup is Titans at number one, Browns number two overall.
Titans don't need a quarterback. They going to stick with what they got.
Titans are in a quarterback-needy time because they're moving on from Will Levis, definitely. I think they're moving on from Will Levis.
100%?
Yeah, I think that is pretty clear. I think. Now, granted, they might get a vet because there's a lot of veterans that could come in there. Kirk Cousins potentially going to be available. Obviously, Darnold potentially going to be available. Daniel Jones potentially going to be available. Aaron Rodgers potentially going to be available. Has raw land down there in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else, these are all the rookies combined with some of the vets, and there are vets that aren't on the screen that could be also on the market. Titans, we think, are going to need a quarterback. Maybe they'll go with a vet. The Browns, they just locked in again to Deshaun Watson, but that deal was locked in as soon as it was signed. He tears his Achilles yet again. Yep. Who knows what they're going to do? I think they might be interested in a quarterback. The New York Giants, obviously, they're going to be interested in a quarterback. The Patriots are the only ones there in the top four that don't need a quarterback, and then obviously Trevor Lawrence down there with the Jags.
Well, yeah, because ain't nobody going. They ain't leak Trevor Lawrence's name on the stadium down there. They just pay him too much, so they stuck with him.
You're talking about Trevor Bankfield,
Big Bank.
Yeah, that was what's he, $55 million a year is what Trevor's making down there. Okay, so you're saying the Shador's, he wants to be number 1 overall. He'll go wherever he gets drafted. Obviously,
it just make a lot of sense, bro. Like him and Brady, they got a deal together. Brady have been training him since he was in high school. Like he signed to Brady right now as far as endorsement. Like it just seems like a good fit to me for a guy that's the owner of a team that's been working with the kids since he was in high school, that knows his flaws and the things that he's good at, to get him. It just don't make no other sense for me to think anything different than that.
And also, he and Mark Davis dapped each other up, I believe, at a game or two. And they have a relationship and everything like that. There was actually a thought that maybe Prime is going to be head coach of the Raiders. What was that? He just gave a little head bob.
I heard that was a conversation, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Colorado is where Pac said he believes Deion is going to remain. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Pac, a report came out today that said Deion went to Colorado and basically asked for more money for NIL and for his coaches pool because they've already went away from the NIL. And Colorado basically balked at the idea and kind of is just standing pat for right now. Do you think with that report coming out, there's any chance Deion may reconsider and think like, oh, okay, maybe the NFL is a better option? Or do you think ultimately all this stuff will get handled at Colorado because his name is now, getting leaked out there to go to the Cowboys?
I think all of it get handled. If you look at the turnout they done had in the last year, nobody wasn't even thinking about Colorado before Deion got there. Now you can't even buy a ticket online for the next 5 years. So, and they had some big names come through there, and them boys was getting paid. They was getting paid. So I'm quite sure they can dig down deep somewhere and get the coaches a little bit more and help out with the NIL deal. And I don't think it'll become an issue this year, but if it don't happen this year, it may become an issue after this. But with the young talent that he brought in, the number 1 quarterback in the country, like I just don't see it's got to be a real miracle for Deion to leave Colorado. I truly think he really love it there, and it might be where he want to end up.
Oh. Okay, all right. We took a little road there. We just took a little bit road there. Now let's go to Cincinnati. Obviously, home for you currently. Tone has a question for you.
What up, Pac?
What's up, Tone?
How do you feel about?
Hey, what happened to y'all?
When?
Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh, you mean the week that you guys were already in Cabo? Or?
It didn't take y'all but 24 more hours.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, I know.
4 more quarters, yep.
Pac wasn't good at either city this year. But speaking of Jamar, he had the contract dispute kind of early last season. You think Jamar will get a new deal before the season comes? And if not, you think he'll hold out?
I think Mr. Brown got a Brink truck down there right now, trying to figure out what the number is before April get here. There's no way that he don't get paid. What he said, he want $1 more. I think he deserve $1 more.
Yeah.
$35.5 million or $36 million. He's proven it though. He played week in and week out, and kid is electrifying to see, and he's a great receiver.
So, yeah, they both are. They're awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, obviously, absolute stud. Cannot wait to see how they keep that entire team together. Good for Cincinnati, good for football to watch them do their thing, and hopefully the defensive side is able to tighten up. Now, last question, obviously, for me, Rich Rodriguez back at West Virginia, brother. I know you and I are part of the conversation, and obviously we've kept in touch with Coach Rod. How do you feel about it now that we're a couple weeks removed from the decision being made, and what are your expectations going into this particular spring?
Man, I feel really good. I actually talked to Rod today. He got a couple of the guys that was around in the circle. He got Noel back. Coach Castile is back. It's a lot of guys that know the culture of football. Not lazy, you know what I mean? Nothing lazy. We want guys that want to win and play hard. And I think we're in a good situation. He already got two big names.
Transfer portal, we've been crushing right now.
Yeah, we got a couple of them already.
I think
The DN, I can't remember his name.
Look it up. Yeah.
We got a big DN that we just paid too, Pat. He's a monster.
Yeah, JUCO guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This JUCO guy, they didn't know what his eligibility was going to be,
No.
and there was other people. There was other people trying to push for this guy, and Rich Rod was like, "We'll stick with you no matter what." Here, then the ruling came on, and the guy was like, "I appreciate you," and he's coming through. Now we're paying him, but he is I guess he's a dog, which is the only people that are going to be on this West Virginia roster. And did you hear they got tour duty coming up next week?
Yeah. I hated that shit. That's the only thing I did not like.
Yeah, we all did. Everybody hated it, but it was a massive part of building the culture. I think those dudes on that roster are about to learn what hard edge is in about the next week. We're going to find out who's in and who's out in the next week.
It just got real.
Yeah, yes, it did. And I'm excited for them. I'm excited for you. Keep crushing it with the Pacman Jones Show, man. We're proud of you.
Hey, man, I love y'all, man.
We'll see you soon.
Foxy! Them lines look pretty good, my boy.
Yes, sir, Pacman. Super Bowl. This is the year.
Are they winning it? Are they winning it all?
I think so.
Let's go.
All right, that's Adam Pacman Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Pat. Love you, Pat.